Guys, Cindy over paper.old.new. I know. I fell back into that old. I haven't been in here and done anything in a week or more, probably more. But I thought that I would give you an update on my little kitten journals. I was hoping that the next time you saw these, they'd be done. I have made decent progress on all of them. They're all stitched. Some of them are in their covers and some of them aren't. This one is in its cover and got a back. And I think the insides are done as far as, yeah, the inside cover is done. I put some fabric in here. We're all like done up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through and I'm trying to figure out what to put in each pocket. And I'm kind of like just the base. So it's easy for me to do this in stages because otherwise I will sit on one page for like hours getting nothing done. Just trying to put in a card and decorate it. So what I want to do is I want to go through and I want to find stuff to fit in the pockets that I can just kind of, it can just be the base, like this, my starting point, my jumping off point. Now, for some of these books, you'll remember we did make some interesting cards. So through part of this, we will probably find places for those. But I just thought I would run through one of these books with you real quick and show you how I've been progressing. Because basically what I've been doing is I've been taking, oh, we did a lot for this one. I've been taking some of this stuff and finding, I don't want to use all my homemade stuff right away. That would be no fun. So how much do I have? I actually have quite a bit. Okay, so we have, all right, we got quite a few things made here. Oh, here's two more. Okay. All right, so I can do quite a few things right up front. So we're going to put these in here, and I think I'm going to put this one in here. Oh, you have to be careful because it doesn't open once I've. Okay, now this does have a divider. So like this, and then you can tuck something behind it in this back pocket. You just have to make sure you take these two top cards out before you try to open this. And then we need something for the back, which I probably will not use one of my pre-made things for. I will, however, show you what I've been doing. I've been pulling some of these pads that I have. So I have like these pads, and some of them have stuff that go really nicely in these books. So for like quick reference or quick use, I've been taking some of these cards and cutting them down and adding them in. So this back pocket back here, we're going to take this much off of here, and then we'll see. That's not going to fit. No. Let's see what we've got space-wise. So we go all the way to there and all the way to there. And it's about 6 inches wide. So let's try 5.5. So basically what I've been doing is I've been taking some of these full sheets and I've been trying to use these as cards. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the back, and whether I'm inking or leaving white, we'll have to see how all that pans out when I decorate all the cards. So what I'm trying to do is go through and fill all the pockets. And then once I have all the pockets full, I can go through and decorate what I've used to fill. And while I'm at it, I will decorate. I like the little colorful piece of, I think it's supposed to be a faux piece of tape or something. So yeah, I like that. So I'm trying not to cut that side. I'm going to take another 1/4 inch off. I'm doing this little by little so that I can use as much of the card as possible. I will say this, because of the way this folds over, it gets tight at that one corner. So sometimes lifting the page like this helps. I think this is a good size. I just have to see if I can get it all the way down in there, how high. Okay. I don't want anything sticking out the top of the book because I'm afraid it'll get messed up. So we're going to trim that down to this black line. I think I'll stay on this side of the black line because I didn't need to cut the whole thing off. It doesn't need to come down that far. Okay. And then we have this nice little card for in here. Lifting up the side takes this curve out and sometimes helps. What that tells me too is that more than likely I will have to beef that up. So it might get backed. And if I back it, hopefully that'll make it a little thicker and allow for it to slide in there better. I could also maybe take another 1/4 inch off of it, and that might make it slide in there a little bit better. But anyway, so then there's my front, and these have already been backed, so these are, pretty much done. I'm pretty sure this tag has been backed. Yeah. So then I can just get something to go in that other pocket, and that'll be finished. Okay, now for this pocket. Actually, I don't think okay, I also got this pad. I was in Hobby Lobby. I'm not going to do a whole haul video about it because it's not, there's not enough. I think I lost my cutter somewhere in this. See this pile of stuff right here? Yeah. I'm pretty sure my razor cutter is in there somewhere. So I'm like making do with what I got, I suppose. Usually I do this in the front. Okay, now that I've done all that, these aren't going to work in here unless I do. See, it's got all these basics, and they all kind of tie in with the colors in this book. So I'm hoping to be able to use those to fill in some spots. Do I have anything in here? Maybe not here. So yeah, this is basically what I've been doing. I've gotten 2 of the books where I've gone all the way through and checked for, that's all black and white. I've gone all the way through and checked for the pockets and made sure that there's something in every pocket. And then what I just have to do is go back through and decorate them. So that's where I'm at. 6. I think 7 will fit on that page. I actually think 7.5 will fit on that page. I'm going to try 7.5. Like I said, I'm going for the biggest piece that I can. And again, I swear I'm going to start gusseting pockets. Just because I cannot stand the way they catch on the glue sides. I would love to be able to put the biggest piece possible in there. Because most of my journaling space in a little golden book, most of my journaling space is what do you call it? Cards. Like I've got a few pages like this, but a lot of my journaling space is cards. Okay, now we've got some tall ones like this. Now, one of the things I've done is I've taken some of this sort of paper. See these? Let me see what I've got here. I'm thinking the graph one. Where is it? This one. All right. I take it and I kind of fold it. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick it down in this pocket. Now, when I decorate this will get decorated. I usually thread like paper or fiber or something through there, a ribbon, so that it has a nice decorative edge there. So that's what I'll do with this. And I'm just going to fold this so that I know how much to cut off. And we're just going to cut this bit off. And then this will be the pocket filler for this one. I am going to clip this just so that you can see there's something in there. I don't know, unless I put lace or something on top of this piece, I don't know that there will be anything sticking up out of there. Oh, or a cloth tab. I feel like the cloth is less susceptible to being damaged. I mean, if you put paper up there, it's going to get all bent and possibly torn and messed up. So I just would prefer that if I was going to stick something up out of there, it would be some sort of a cloth tab or a cloth something. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Oh, the other thing I have been doing is going through and kind of repair is a strong word. But I've been going through here and I've been putting tape on these because I made the mistake of putting these in here. And what I should have done was reinforce this middle where it's all torn up. I should have reinforced that first. I know, I'm making a mess. It's like how I always do this is I make messes. All right, so basically what I'm going to do, and I did this last time with Fabri-Tac, so we're going to do it again. I am going to go onto the page with the tape. Okay, so basically, and then what ends up happening is I have to peel it up. Okay, so we're going to go right along here. Oh, I shouldn't have gone up, not all the way up. Although this one is glued kind of close to the bottom, so. So we're going to, and in this middle part, I want this tape to hold really well. And this washi tape that I'm getting ready to use, I'm pretty sure is part of the stuff that I got, like in one of those Ollie's runs. So I'm not, and I haven't used it yet, so I can't say whether or not the tack is good. I will say I didn't put glue over far enough. So just like that. And then what you have to do, because there's holes in this paper, I peel it up, although this didn't stick down, so that's good. And then we do it again over here. Okay, let me get this. I just wanted to show you what I was doing with this. This isn't going to be like a big part of the video. I just wanted to show you. And I think this tape goes really cute with this, and it's, you know, all that. And it's not perfectly straight, but that's okay because, I mean, it's handmade. It's a little golden book. It's okay, and we're going to go right along here. I'm getting to the bottom of this bottle, and it's being obnoxious. Like in the fact that it doesn't want to give me glue. It likes to try to get away with not giving me what I'm asking for. Okay, so let's try and get tape in there then. Oh, I'm going to need to cut this off. Right there. And right here. Okay. Oops. Now, I put more on here than I put glue, and hopefully that'll hold okay. But anyway, that gives you an idea of what I've been doing with. And sometimes, depending on, like this was a wider strip of tape. Sometimes, depending on how wide the tape strip is, I'll decorate with a second layer of tape. But I think, number one, because the colors are so basic in this book, and number two, because that was so wide, I don't think I'm going to need to do that. Okay. Oh, here's one of our fun pages. Okay, guys, okay. Let's see what we got in here. So I've got a big pocket here, and then I've got these layered pockets of all shapes and sizes. So let's see what kind of interesting pieces of whatever I have in here. This is all the stuff that came out of the scraps from making the book. Also, I can use one of these. I've used one of these in one of the other ones. So I don't remember where that goes. Oh, literally just right there. So that's not a big spot. Okay, so we can put that there. Do we want to do one of our decorative cards? I don't want to do them all in the, we have to save some for the other signature too. Let's see. Put that one in there, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to lean into the colors that I've got here. Maybe I'll pull some of these out. All right, let's see what I've got as far as the colors are concerned. I like that one. Let's pull one of those. So how has everybody been doing? I have been trying to get these books back on track as much as I possibly can. I'm going to use this one, but I'm not going to use it here. As much as I possibly can, because I really want to get them finished. Our next cleanup video is going to be me processing through some of my little golden books. I'm trying to clean up my little golden book stash and get them kind of organized so that they can be like grab and go projects. I would really like them to be easy, simple, grab and go kind of a deal. And it's a lot of black and white, isn't it? I'm wondering if I should do one of these, but that pink seems too bright. I suppose I could ink it, like to knock back the... I might have to use this somewhere too. I'm going to try this. We'll see. I might cut that one. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to put, oh, look, it goes with this leaf pattern right here. So if we did this, and then what I was thinking for in here, how wide is that? Oh, I could stick one of these in here, but it might be too tall. I mean, it's not, but that pretty much covers up that the rest of that. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is I want to take these and we're going to we're going to cut. So I'm going to cut this one to, what is our ruler? this pocket is less than 3 inches wide, which probably means I'm only going to be able to get a 2-inch piece in there. This pocket is 4 inches wide, maybe a 3.5-inch piece. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. Wait. Oh, these are 6.5. Okay. So what did I say for down here? 2 inches? Maybe 2.25. 1, 2.25. Might be able to get away with that, yeah. And like I said, basically what we'll do, or what I'll do, is I will we're going to make a little tag out of it. Every time I do this, I go to look at it and it looks like I cut it crooked. Okay, so that'll go in there. Cute. Oh, I love the fact that I'm filling these pockets. You guys have no idea how hard this is for me. I struggle with this every time I do it. Okay, we're going to put, you know what? Let me see. I want to see how this might be too short. Yeah, that doesn't look right in there. It needs to be tall. It just doesn't need to be that tall. Okay. Not gonna mess with it. Let's do a this is 3.5, right? Let's cut this in half. I mean, it's 6.5. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3.25. We'll cut it right in half. And I think that, is it deep enough? It's not. See how small? Okay. So, and it can't go in there either, but it can go in here. Okay. What I need now is something this wide. Ooh, this might be perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over. What I've been doing with some of these top pockets, because I have these top pockets in most of my journals, and what I've been doing is making like a little note card style piece. So that's too wide. What did I make these? 3.25? 1, 2, 3.25. So I've been making these little note cards to go in those top ones because that pocket sits so close to the top of the page that you can't stick anything tall in there unless you want it to hang out. Okay, so we're going to stick that in there, and then might have to bring in some of that color somewhere else just so that it doesn't look funny. Yeah? Or not put that there. Oh, guys. I'm hitting a struggle spot. You know what I might do? Nope, wrong one. Where's the other one? I need that other pad. I buried it somewhere. Here. This one has one with polka dots on it. This one. Look at this. I want to do this. Back to. All right, I got to test some measurements here. That might not be tall enough. So we'll do it the other way. Okay. How tall was this piece? This piece was a perfect size. So I'm going to find out what this was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to cut the bottom off because I don't want, actually, no. I'm going to cut the top off because I don't want the dotted line. And we're going to cut this to 6.5. 6.5. I'll hold on to that for something else because it's got all that rainbowy on it. And this is going to get cut to 3.25. Actually, I might cut it to 3.5. No, we'll stick with 3.25. Okay, and then what this will basically do is give me my little note card, and I can use that in a little pocket. So we'll just fold this over, and this will make my note card. Okay, and this will go in here. And that matches better. And then I'll need something to go in there. In this little slant. And I have to have something to go in the big pocket too. The big pocket might actually get one of these. Maybe, what do we think? I just fold this in half. And stick it in here. Okay, so that's everything but that little pocket, so I'll have to come back for that one. All right, let's move along. I'll come back and do the other side of this with the tape, just because I don't want to put you through that again. Oh, and this is another tall pocket. Now, not all the tall pockets. Some of the tall pockets I did with these tall cards, like out of these pads. I don't know if there's one in here that I could use. What is this one? Be the sunshine in a sky of clouds. It just keeps repeating over and over again. That's kind of cute. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're going to trim it because it won't fit in here. And I think what I ended up doing was 5.5, maybe not. Let's see. Oh no, not 5.5. 4 3/4 maybe? Let's try 4 3/4. And like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4 goes here. These pages will all get inked up, decorated, all that kind of good stuff. I just want to get all the pockets full. I think in the mask making process, this is how I have to do it. I have to streamline and I have to kind of streamline and get everything going. Okay, so we'll fold it like we did before. And then I'll pull it back out and we'll cut it off. And then if I'm able to streamline everything and I do I'm doing this step where I go through and I select all the cards or fill all the pockets with whatever I'm going to fill them with. Then when I go back, I can go back through the book and I can say, okay, I want to do, you know, make my decoration decisions on each card and all of that. Okay, so that was that one. And these flip up, and there's plenty of writing space there. I suppose you could put something under here. If I was going to put something under here, it would probably be a little tablet. It was funny because, I mean, that's pretty much something like that, which would be hidden, but that's a little narrow. I don't think I have anything that would match. Yeah, no. Okay. So I'd have to make something, but that's a thought for that. Or you could put a pocket with, something, or you could just leave it. All right. Okay, here's another one of these. No, wait, I opened this one on the side. Interesting. I don't think I've run into one of these. Okay. What do we want to do with this? I don't know that this has been used yet. These are both cut. None of these are big enough. I could make something out of this. What if we... I need my big ruler. I'm going to set this off to the side. Okay. So, how is everybody doing, by the way? I've kind of just been concentrating on my paper stuff here and not conversing a whole lot. I just really, really want to get these done. I think making the journal is the easiest part for me. I don't know, maybe I'm, preaching to the choir and you're all going to say, well, yeah, making the journal is always the easiest part. I don't know. I just can't. The rest of it is hard. I think I'm one of those people that if, my shop ever took off or I would almost want to make blank journals. I may end up trimming that. I don't know. I might even trim some of that off. Because when I get the pages all trimmed up, that might be too much sticking out of there. So that might end up getting trimmed up. It still has to get decorated, so I'm not done with it. It's certainly not going to stay just a floppy piece of paper like that. Okay, here we have another one of these pockets. So, I don't know if it'll work or not. Basically, what I could do is fold one of these in half and stick it down in there. Okay, so that's that. See, and what I love about this is this kind of stuff uses up this kind of stuff. All this stuff that I'm gonna put this one in the pocket with the. Oh wow, that is really short. We're not gonna put that in there. I'm gonna put it in here. Do I have anything tall enough to go in there? I might not. I might have to. Now this should have one behind it. Not like that. Okay, that needs to be something shorter. That's not wide enough. I always feel like when I put something that's narrow like that, that doesn't go all the way across, that I either need more than one thing, or I'm like, uh, what do you call it? I'm skimping. I'm not doing as much as I could, I guess. Do not have anything. Oh, wait, you know what? Let's run back to these and see if there's anything in here with the yellows. I did think I could use this in here somewhere. So we'll pull that out. Is that the right color red? Yeah. Tiger stripes. I mean, leopard print, whatever. Look, little cards. That's kind of cool. Okay, not that one. Let's check the other one. See, there's green on this page, so I might actually stick this in this big pocket. I don't want it to like totally be out of the blue, because it's from a completely different pad of paper. I don't want it to look like it's totally out of the blue, doesn't go at all, doesn't match anything. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to keep it. Ooh, that's almost okay. I don't need to take much off of it. We're going to make it shorter because it can't be. I'm going to take an inch off of the card itself. And then I think I'll take a half inch off of the side, and we'll see what that gets us. Let's see where that puts us. Okay, well, it slides in okay, and it stays within the page, within the height of the book. Okay, now it does stick out of this page, but that's okay. I would have liked to have put this in here, but I'll be able to use it somewhere else. No, I forgot all about this. We're going to come back to that. And I still have to do something with these flaps. For some of them, I glue them down and they become tucks, but see how that buckles when I do that? So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Okay, here's another one where I have to have stuff to go in this way and a little something for that top. Does this fit? Does, but it's got all kind of fold marks in it. Use that one. Okay, do some trimming on here. What did I say I was going to trim this? I want to trim off about an inch, maybe. And that can go in there. I don't have any more of this paper or this paper left, which kind of bugs me, but you know, it is what it is. I need something small to go in that. I was hoping to find a scrap. I like to use up my scraps, in case you guys hadn't noticed. I might be able to use the top of this because it's got the orange and the green from the vegetables. I might just use this as a little tag sticking up out of there. Decide where I want to cut. I don't want a lot of pink. I'm going to cut it off right about there. It's just a little pocket, so I just need something little to tuck in it. So, like that. You know, a little ticket sticking out of there. Or tag, or whatever I end up doing with it. Okay, and then once again, I have a wide, like that. Which I'll probably have to come back to. Oh, here's a tuck spot. Or one of these, maybe? Yes. Okay. We can put that in there. And then this is a bigger tuck spot. I'm going to have to find something for that one. So a couple of these pockets probably aren't going to get filled just because I don't have anything to put in them. This is going to get this little guy. Like that. I will also be cutting the little flap off of there, and this will probably get covered. Or, no. Okay. Or like, oh darn, it doesn't go all the way across. I was going to put, you know, like a, not a belly band, but just a decoration. Okay, so that's that. And I am at the back of the book. So we have cards that we didn't use, guys. So we're going to go back and look at where I might be able to double something up or... Oh, we haven't done this. Okay, so one of these can go in here. Or maybe over here. Because what I think I'll do is I'll do that, and then I'll do this. Okay, and that fills out one. And then I just need something for this, which could be this. Okay. So we've used those. And we decided we didn't like this here. It's too tall, right? Sticking up out of there. What if I swap them? I just want all the stuff that I made for this book to be in this book. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop there just because I feel like I kept you a lot longer than I thought I was going to just to put stuff in pockets. So that's where I am with these. I'm kind of just trying to get them filled, and then hopefully I'll be able to go back and figure out the decorating. I would love to have had another copy of this book that I could cut the kitten out of and like stick him on different things to decorate with. I don't happen to have another copy of this book. Some of them I do, and some of them will get used as cutouts for ephemera to decorate pages, but anyway, in the meantime, this is where I am with these little golden books. I am making the attempt to go through. So far, I have done 3. These 3 have stuff in the pockets. This one, and this one, which has to go in its thing. Okay, these all have stuff for pockets. I'm looking forward to getting, there were 5 little golden book, kitten little golden books. So I've got to go through and do the other 2. And then I will get back on the decorating part. And as you can see, some of them still need to be glued into their covers and all of that. And the school year is almost over, guys. I am hoping to be able to do tons of crafting over the summer. I say that every year, like I'm going to get this big, huge break and nothing's going to be going on, but that's never the case. So we'll see how it goes. I am at least hoping to be able to come up here and shoot more videos with you guys. Now, I will say this, part of the reason, full confession, that I haven't been coming up here more often and shooting videos is a lack of thoughts on what to show you. So I do still want to do the like pick something off of my watch later list and do it on camera. But some of the stuff that I recorded on my watch later list is like multi-part projects. So I got to get the watch later list video idea kicked off, and then maybe we can get into some of the multi-part projects. But having said all that, I'm going to let you go. I will talk to you soon, I hope, and I'm going to, like I said, get back on this. I have 2 more of these to fill, and then I'm going to get on the decorating, and I hope you guys will come back and see me, and hopefully we'll be flipping through these soon, and I can move on to new projects. Or old projects that need doing. So I'll talk to you guys later. God bless, and bye-bye.